sneakerheads and basketball enthusiasts alike. This is the only land, and welcome. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button before I start on these. These are the Zion 1s, and I guess we'll just get into it. Starting off with the traction. To be honest, and I have this here because I have a bunch of notes to the performance test. But starting off with the traction, to be honest, after reading this was hit or miss. I was gonna come in here and say that it's pretty good, but like when it gets wet, which is weird, but like sweat drips on the floor. When it gets wet, any just little drop of sweat drips on the floor and it's shot. It's gonna need a lot of wiping. But now that I read this, it's pretty much inconsistent. It seemed like the first time the traction took a while to break in, meaning like it's kind of slippery at first. And that's an actual thing that has nothing to do with it being inconsistent. It actually did need to be broken in. It was like some type of weird, like should I say slippery material on it before the traction the rubber actually started going, which is a little weird. But then after that, it was like one day it was really good, one day it was terrible, the other day it's really good, this is terrible, and that's on the inside and outside. That's on clean and dirty courts. It's like hit or miss. Outdoor traction was absolutely amazing. I will tell you though, the grooves on this are not too thick, so it is wearing away a lot. I don't know if you can see that. If you can, I will give you close-up, so that doesn't really matter. I gotta tell you right now that Jordan symbol right there is basically unviewable. It's damn near almost gone, and the traction up here and the traction in the middle is it's wearing away quite a lot. And to be honest, it's mostly on my right side. I mean, my left side has some as well, but a lot of it is on my right side. But that's it on the traction. I don't know what it is, man. Like I said, when it is hit or miss. You wipe, that's fine, but when it gets wet, man, it's it's bad. It's really bad. You're out there slipping and sliding, and that's just a matter of the fact. For cushioning, you have I believe it's Zoom. You have Strobel, and then you have Zoom Air. Give me a second. Let me double check. Yeah, so like I said, it does have Air Strobel, and then in the forefoot, it has a bottom-loaded Zoom unit. And to be honest, it was really bouncy. It was really bouncy in the beginning. In the beginning, it felt really bouncy. I wouldn't compare it anywhere close to the KD12. I've said this before. The Zoom Strobel was done the best by the KD12. It's not even close. Especially, I don't know if it's maybe the combination of having the extra Zoom unit in the heel that did it. By the way, that people didn't like. They wanted it in the forefoot, but they haven't gotten it yet. And I think this is maybe the third or fourth basketball shoe that I've tested that has the Zoom Strobel in now, and they just haven't gotten it back to the KD12, which to me is one of the top 2 or 3 cushionings that I've tested. Like I said, bounced in the beginning, and then it like fell off. Now I wouldn't say it's like it's not even there, but this cushioning is so good that you usually feel it all the time, right? Every time you step in the shoe, it's like, damn, this is amazing. I really feel like maybe I wore it out, and I don't know how that makes sense. I mean, I did put a lot of hours in this. I know usually I do 24 hours. I definitely got well over 24 hours in these, because I really wanted to really test them out. If you take a look at them, they're dirty, they're ripping in places. These have gone through hell. It's good in the beginning. I mean, if you're gonna put a lot of hours into it, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna do for you. But that's it on cushioning. And now that I actually feel this, for this insole, this is a really cushy insole. Really, really soft insole. I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. It might be the disconnect from the So this was my first time actually taking out an insole just now. And I'm gonna tell you right now, based off what I'm looking at and what I felt, and looking back at the KD12s, this Strobel is 100% different. If you guys remember images from the KD12, and I'll put them up, it was like, the way I can describe it is like flat with like sections cut into it, and that's the part that your foot felt. And then on the bottom part, you remember you could see through the KD12's insole, and you'd see the holes, right? You see the holes from, so when you step on it, it compresses out, and then pops back, right? The difference between what I see there and what I see here is it looks like it looks like they have holes all the way through. I don't know if you guys can see that, and like I said, if you guys can't, I'm gonna put images anyways. And I think that might be the difference between what I'm feeling from this and what I felt from the KD12. I don't know, but I definitely know that this is not the same as that, because you 100% see the holes on the bottom there, and you can 100%, when you take the insole out of the KD12, see the little layers in the zoom. I wish I could show you guys the difference, but I don't have a KD12. Mine got messed up, so I had to send them back after the performance test, and I never got another pair, and I regret it, but that's that. For the upper felt good. I feel like sometimes it's breathable and sometimes it's not. But I will say the upper is very cheap. And for a first signature shoe, I don't get that, and I'll go more into that at the end of the video. But it feels very cheap. You can see, where is it? You can see it's ripping on this side, like these overlays are coming off. It's super dirty, and it's kind of fraying as well. Like, it kind of just looks like it could fall off any day, but I mean it's holding out besides that one part, but it just feels very cheap. Like, just a minimum amount of effort was put into that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know why. It's very bizarre to me for a first signature shoe. Once again, I'll go into that later, but that's how I feel about the materials. Like I said, breathable. We talked about this tongue, and we'll transition that into fit as well. We talked about this tongue, and I didn't know how that was gonna go, and it went how I thought it would go in the beginning. So on the first, I don't know, say 2 try-ons, or tests, should I say, you put this shoe on, and it really was really uncomfortable. I'd say for the first 4 or 5 hours of wear. These sides here, man, the sides, they really killed me. It really hurt. I was gonna come in here and say, hey, you've got to go up half a size up if you want to wear these. That's not true though. You did, after that 4 or 5 hour period, it fit pretty well actually. It was pretty amazing, the difference between how it expanded. I don't know how that's possible, I do, but it's just amazing to me. As opposed to, let's say, like a PG4 where you felt like, hey, I'll just wear it a few times and maybe it'll break in. And I don't even remember the PG4 really breaking in. The LeBron 18 had a tough break-in as well, but those are the best I can compare to. And this tongue here, which is supposed to be superhero's armor, this tongue did not let me, refused to let me get any type of good lockdown. It refused to let me get any type of good lockdown unless I took the laces all the way to the top. So as you can see, the laces are in the top eyelet. If you don't put the laces in the top eyelet, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're not gonna tie these until this tongue wears down a little bit. And I noticed that after like the first hour, I cannot, like, it's not tying tight, because this thing is so thick. Like I said, once it wore down, I guess it felt fine. I never put it back to the other eyelet, but you have to do that. So once you get these, before you start balling them, take them and put them in the top eyelet because they don't come like that. Why? I have absolutely no clue. The tongue that was kind of stiff before, this thing is, man, loose. This feels like kind of like a KD12 tongue, and I know I keep going back to the KD12 tongue, but the shoes are just kind of similar. The KD12s are just much better. It's very flimsy. It moves around a little bit, but like I said, once you hit that top eyelet, you're gonna get it tight in there, and it's not really gonna matter. So the fit starts off, and it finished off pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't retie my shoes once I start these, and if I don't have to retie my shoes, then it's fine for me. All this mesh and all this good stuff up here, all that expanded, so everything is good afterwards. I do feel pretty secure, pretty locked down in this, along with this soft material here in the heel. These are Zion's first sneaker ever. I feel like they could have done better. And I'm looking around because I'm looking at other people's first. The only ones that I actually have are Giannis's, but I feel like they just could have put more into their signature, Jordan Brand's first signature athlete with the sneakers since Russ. I think the most recent one was Russ, right? I don't feel like they put the effort into this. I don't have those other first. This one could have been so much better. When you put a first signature sneaker out, I feel like you want it to really catch people's eye. When you get on the court, people are like, oh damn, those are the Zions. I did get maybe one person to ask me about them, and that usually happens, but usually I'll get a lot more. I'm not gonna lie to you. Usually I'll get a lot more. I'll get on the court and people will be, oh man, what are those? Because I usually, for the most part, have them first before other people, because I don't get them early. It's usually on the court before other people with these. I don't know, man. Like, stuff is wearing down. This thing is super dirty. Like, the collar is disgusting. It's like yellowing, which is amazing because I mean, like I said, I wore it a lot, but I didn't wear it that much. The traction is wearing down. Man, that sweat thing, I'm telling you, it's really obnoxious. The overlays are falling off. I don't know. I really don't know. Even this like the gold name on the back, like the nameplate of Zion, which after that last video where I said I had no idea what this is, it's Z-O-I-N literally there. I'm an idiot. It's wearing off. This thing is dirty. I haven't even bothered to clean it because I don't think it's gonna come off. And even the look of it is just very plain. Of all the sneakers on like shelves right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd probably go to this one last because it's just very generic looking. And I'm not trying to kill the shoe. It's a decent shoe. I would not come out here and say it's a horrible shoe, but this is his first signature shoe, and I feel like you really want to come out the gate and knock it out the park. And I don't think they did. Take a look at Kyrie's. That would be the way I would be able to describe it to you. Look at the Kyrie ones. Look at the way they sold. Look at the way they're selling now. If you want to go and try and get a pair, that was the performance view. Not bad. I'd say if I were to give it a number out of 10, I'd give it like a 6, a 7. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. It will certainly get the job done without sweat on the floor. Not sweat on the floor. You get sweat on the floor, it's not that great. But this is the only land. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be testing these next, I believe, unless something comes out. And I know something is coming out within like the next couple days. But as of right now, these are going to be it. These are the KD14s. They're not in the box because I plan on testing them, I think, maybe today. Probably today I'm going to put them on. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. It's the only land I'm out here. Y'all have a good one.